Hello, Sanjay. The chapter 1, a period of. First, we'll discuss about why did it begin in England. There were a number of factors that paved the way for the Industrial Revolution in England. These were had accumulated vast project which could provide the necessary capital. She had emerged as an unrivaled power in trade. Secondly, England developed a large shipping industry along with a developed transport system. Thirdly, England had acquired colonies which ensured a regular supply of raw product and provided a ready market for her industrial products. Fourthly, after the disappearance of serfdom, people were free to take any job they could find. Fifthly, England had plenty of natural resources like iron ore, coal. These are the essential for industries. This helped in the growth of industries in England. Sixthly, big landowners wanted to consolidate their large land holdings. In this process, small peasants who had small holding in land were ousted and a large army of landless people were created. So, there was no shortage of labor. Seventhly, a stable system of government had been established in England. Commercial classes had acquired more political power and there was no danger of government interference. Important inventions which contributed to the Industrial Revolution in the century include the flying shuttle, spinning jenny, spinning mule, steam engine, water frame, power loom, cotton gin, seed drill, horse hoe, and many others. Textile industry was the first to be mechanized during the Industrial Revolution. James Hargreaves invented the spinning jenny in 1764, which speeded up the spinning process. Yarn could for weaving due to this newly invented machine. 100 spindles could time to twist the yarn while spinning with the help of spinning by Samuel Crompton. It could spin strong, thin yarn for finer fabrics. England could now produce cloth cheaper and finer than that made anywhere else in the world. Apart from these two inventions, other inventions like power loom by Edmund Cartwright, cotton gin by Ellie Whitney, and many other such inventions increased the production of cloth. Two major textile industries emerged in Lancashire and Yorkshire of England within a short time of Industrial Revolution. The flying shuttle invented by Kay in 1733 speeded up the weaving cloth. Transportation of raw material from one place to another was made easier by improved steam engine invented by James Watt and George Stephenson in 1769. These new steam engines enabled machines to run on steam power, which helped in large scale production of goods in a shorter period of this time include seed drill and horse hoe. Seed drill was a mechanical seeder that allowed seeds to be easily planted deep into the earth, while horse hoe was a horse drawn machine which loosened the soil and killed weeds. The machines helped in improving agricultural productivity. Then, what are the impact of industrial revolution? The industrial revolution led to many sweeping changes in Europe and other parts of the world. It gradually spread to France, Germany, Russia, and the rest of Europe. Later on, this machine culture was also adopted in countries of the world such as USA and Japan. Some of the major changes that took place as a result of industrial revolution in Europe and other part of the world can be described as: first, growth of industrial centers. Many new industrial centers developed in the industrialization led to an increase in demand for iron and coal. Due to this specific reason, many industries like mining, spinning, weaving, pottery, and even shipbuilding developed in areas like northern England, and it became a major manufacturing center for the industrial goods. Then, rise of capitalism. It is a new system emerged in Europe as a result of industrial revolution. It was known as capitalism. It replaced and ended feudalism in Europe. Means of production were privately owned under this system, which were mainly operated for profit. The system of capitalism gave rise to two new social classes which were known as capitalists and workers. Capitalists were factory owners who controlled the capital or money. They employed workers in their factories and paid them wages. They made profit from the production and sale of goods manufactured in their factories. Capitalists lived a prosperous and a luxurious life. Workers belonged to the other class of people who worked in factories as laborers. They received wages for their labor. Workers lived a life of hardship as they were exploited a lot by the capitalist. So new machines worked so fast that people who made cloth at home became jobless. They tried to destroy the machines. They were called machine smashers. Then urbanization. With the growth of industrialization, the center of economic life shifted from villages. Large part of the population moved from village to cities. In order to acquire jobs in factories which had developed in the cities. As a result of this development, many industrial towns and cities such as Manchester and Liverpool emerged in England. In a short period of time, cities became overcrowded and became centers of disease and epidemic. Then growth of the transportation system. Development of an efficient system of transport and communication network became essential with the industrial growth. Great advances were made in developing railway network in England. Improved roads were built and new canals were dug in order to cater to the transport of raw material and industrial. The opening of Suez Canal increased trade with the East. Then imperialism. Growth of imperialism in Europe. Industrial revolution led us increase in the production of goods. Many European industrial nations now faced two crucial problems. One was to acquire cheap manufacture of their goods, and the other was to find markets for their finished products. So, due to this reason, they began establishing their colonies in different parts of the Asia, Africa, and America. The continents of Asia and Africa were rich in natural resources but were militarily weak. The establishment of colonies helped European countries to sustain their industrial revolution. It was during the latter half of the 19th century that the race to acquire colonies by European countries reached its peak. Almost the whole of the non-industrialized control of some industrialized countries of Europe, such as Britain, France, Belgium, as well as USA, which served as main source of raw material as well as finished goods. Then what are the causes for the rise of imperialism? First, surplus production. Huge production could not be sold locally. Countries like England, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, and Germany tried to capture colonies for their finished surplus products. Its need for raw materials. It helped in that demands for huge amount of raw material to feed new industries led to imperialism. Thirdly, pressure of population. The European countries had small territories. The increasing population had to be provided basic facilities and new regions to settle down. This led to the establishment of colonies. Next, development of modern means of transport and communication. So, the invention of steamships, railways, telephone, telegraph, and ports enabled man to conquer space and time. Distant lands could easily be conquered and served as the sources of raw materials. Modern nationalism. Colonies added to the power and prestige of the imperialist countries. There were rivalries to acquire more colonies. Colonies were also needed as military and naval bases. Next, rise of industrial capitalism. The merchants and traders looked for expansion of their business. The surplus capital of the industrialists needed to be safely invested. This led to capitalism. Next, and geographical discoveries and exploration. The geographical exploration preceded and succeeded the Renaissance and reached its climax by the end of 19th century. New lands were discovered. This enabled and facilitated the rise of imperialism. Then what are impact of imperialism? Imperialism led to the acquisition of colonies and colonial rivalries. It eventually led from 1914 to 1918 and Second World War 1939 to 1945. African countries, they were economically exploited. Their raw materials were sent to Europe and they became markets for the produced in Europe. On the positive side, imperialism led to the introduction of advanced systems and facilities in transportation. New roads were built, railways and telegraphs and postal system were introduced in the colonies. Modern education and Western learning in science and technology and fine arts were spread to the infrastructure in the colonies. Then impact on South Asia. Most Asian countries became European colonies. The Industrial Revolution had not reached this part of the world, so the politics in South Asia were backward. However, imperialism brought about modernization. It led to the rise of nationalism in these Asian countries as a reaction against imperialism. People belonging to different sections came together and fought against the colonial power. Here, with time, the English East India Company subjugated the Western powers, established indirect imperialism in China. Sri Lanka was occupied by the Portuguese, the Dutch, and finally by the British. Tea and rubber plantations were introduced here by the British. The British captured Malaya and Singapore from the Dutch. Indonesia and all the islands surrounded it were under Dutch control. Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. Burma, now Myanmar, was annexed by the British. The Dutch took control of the Molucca. Asia was subjugated and came under the influence of imperialism. This chapter completed. You write exercise in your notebook. See you next.